What is up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy, Motor City Don P. We're back here once again, and you already know what time it is. It is time for the Detroit Lions NFL Draft Prospect Report. Now, we do the height, weight, speed, not really speed, but the height, weight. We do the background and production. We do the scouting report, strengths, and the concerns. We don't call them weaknesses. We just call them concerns. We talk about the prospect fit, and then we go over some highlights for the prospect. Now, today, we're going to shift gears to the secondary. Man, after my own heart, because your boy, not only did I play running back, but I played corner. Yeah, it was pretty good. Corner was a very good position for me. I was able to lock down many different receivers in my day, and the cornerbacks didn't really want to throw it my way. And when I tried to bait them to make them think that their target was open, they still didn't really fall for it. So they weren't sleeping on Barrio. I'll tell you that much. All right. Y'all didn't know I had an Obama, did you? You didn't know I had an Obama. All right, let's go ahead. Today, we are going to be talking about none other than LSU cornerback Mansour Delane. Mansour Delane, let's go with the measurables. Okay, cornerback, LSU. He used to be on Virginia Tech, so that is what that is. Now, hold on, let me switch this up right quick. Let me switch up my focus, because I want to tell the people, I want to tell the people. I want to talk to the people. I want to look at a man in his eyes before you kill him. Hashtag, if you know, use the hashtag. All right. So height, 6 foot tall, weight, 188 pounds, class senior. Background and production. Mansour Delane has one of the most rock solid resumes in this entire draft class. He was a standout for 3 years at Virginia Tech before transferring to LSU for his 2025 senior campaign to prove himself against SEC competitions. Because why not? LSU is cornerback U, right? So he went to cornerback U. He said, I'm the man. Let me go on over here and show y'all I'm the man. Because ain't nobody really paying attention to Virginia Tech like that. You know what I mean? Not since Michael Vick. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, he did exactly that, registering a career high 13 passes defended and pulling down 2 interceptions across 44 collegiate games. He racked up 35 passes defended and 8 interceptions while he sat out athletic testing at the combine due to recovering from a core muscle injury. Oh no. You know who did that too? They call him Rake over here. But I digress. Okay, he's got the talent. All we know is if we need a corner to fall to us, this guy's got a core muscle injury. I don't even need to tell you about the fit because he's got a core muscle injury. That makes him a priority for Brad Holmes. Get ready for this dude to be the pick at 17. I'm just going to tell you that right now because core muscle injury is right up Brad Holmes' alley. And we know the Detroit Lions, after the news about Frank Ragnow, don't really learn from their past mistakes. So let's just continue. While he sat out athletic testing at the combine due to recovering from a core muscle injury, he played through in 2025. So he played through it. Okay, cool. He answered any lingering speed questions by blowing away the 40-yard dash at his pro day. Okay, now, what was his pro day numbers? Let's see. Let's see what he did at his pro day. We're just going to ahead and click on over that. 40 time. All right, let's get to it. Let's go and get to it. Where's his pro day numbers? Where's his pro day numbers? All right, we're just getting a bunch of stuff. Let me see. All right, bro. I don't have his pro day tough, but anyway, we'll look it up. We'll look it up. All right. Scouting report. Strengths. Fluid hips and movement. Delane is an incredibly smooth operator in the secondary. He has elite lower half fluidity, allowing him to easily flip his hips, stay sticky in man coverage, and mirror receivers through their route stems. Scheme versatility. Oh, he's going to need a lot of scheme versatility. Not really. He's just going to be able to play. He's going to need to play man coverage. Is he good at man coverage? How about press man? We don't actually play a whole lot of press man, which is crazy. We play so much man coverage, but not too much press man because we don't have any press man cover corners. We don't have guys who can actually cover man consistently. The actually only guy that we have is Terrion Arnold, which is crazy because he gets a lot of penalties for being too handsy. You got to be handsy and mansy, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, scheme versatility. He is highly intelligent and processes route combinations beautifully. He thrives in press man by altering release times with calculated punches, but his click and close ability makes him equally lethal in off man and zone concepts. Don't worry about it, Mansour. You ain't going to have to do none of that in Detroit. All you're going to have to do is play man coverage. You ain't going to have to play no zone. You ain't got to do nothing. You don't have to mix it up. We don't do that in Shep's defense. But we're glad to have him back. Shall we? All right. Competitive toughness. Ooh. This is looking more and more like a Brad Holmes draft pick every time I say it. Everything I say, every sentence. Despite being listed at under 190 pounds, Delane plays with a physical edge, likely a byproduct of his high school wrestling background. Oh, he's a wrestler. Guys, even though I don't want the Detroit Lions, to draft the cornerback in the first round, this man, all he needs to be is a team captain. He has a core muscle injury that he played through in 2025. He's tough and scrappy. He's got grit. He's salty. And he's talented. They don't care about the talent part. He's salty, though. And he was a wrestler in high school. Brother, all he needs to be is a team captain. And that's it. You can pretty much pencil it in. All right. He aggressively smothers the catch point and is more than willing to step up in run support. Should I stop talking right now? Should I stop talking right now? This man is a Detroit Lion. He's a Detroit Lion. Run support? Run support. They love nothing more than a corner who's aggressive in run support. Corners that can tackle, that's their thing. Oh, you may not be good in coverage at all, but as long as you can tackle on the outside, sign us up. Sign us up. All right. What are his concerns? Frame and play strength. His slider build means he can occasionally get boxed out by bigger physical X receivers in contested catch situations. He lacks the pure functional strength to consistently bully massive wideouts at the line of scrimmage. Maybe that's why we didn't draft Nate Wiggins not last year, the year before last. Maybe that's why we drafted Terrion Arnold. Because Nate Wiggins was a bit slighter frame. I don't know. But, All right. Deep ball tracking. While he has the speed to stay in phase vertically, he can be a bit inconsistent when it comes to locating the football on deep over-the-shoulder throws. Well, that doesn't matter to the Detroit Lions. We don't thrive on intercepting the football anyway. So locating the ball, not a problem. You can still sign us up. All right. Tackling consistency. Now he's willing to tackle, but he's inconsistent in tackling. He is a willing participant in run defense, but his wrap-up technique in the open field can sometimes be an adventure, leading to plays slipping through his grasp. Josh Paschal, anyone? I mean, Josh Paschal wasn't a corner at all. He was a big end or a big edge or whatever they call it. But, hey, he still couldn't tackle. But they did cut him recently. So maybe it's a problem. I don't know. With Shep and the Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell, I have no idea. They just do whatever they feel. All right. Now, the projection and the fit. All right. When running simulations in the mock machine, let's talk about the mockmachine.com right now, which has just gotten a tab where you, the user, can find out or can keep track of your picks and your picks alone. You also can go and look at all the picks that happened in the draft up to this point, but you can keep track of your picks and your picks alone. And one of the most requested features when you're trading a pick, the draft will now pause. It will not go on and continue to go through. So you will always be on top of what is there. The mockmachine.com is the premier mock draft simulator that you can use for free. You don't have to sign up. You can. I mean, if you want to save your progress and be a member and all that, sign up, but it's all free. It's free to use, free to sign up for. It's free. What else do you want? The mockmachine.com. Back to our video. All right. So when running a simulation in the mockmachine.com, Delane is locked in as a premium first round prospect, typically coming off the board somewhere in the 8 to 15 range. So if you want the corner, you might have to trade up. You might have to trade up for a corner. I don't think that'll happen. Hopefully they'll have a run on offensive tackles or defensive ends, those positions that we don't really need. Yeah, maybe they'll have a run on those and we'll be able to get our cornerback in the first round. Hey, who knows? He's widely considered one of the top corners in the class. A team like the Detroit Lions would absolutely love to add his competitive toughness and sticky man coverage skills to their secondary. He is exactly the kind of high IQ, gritty defensive back that thrives in aggressive, man-heavy scheme. Well, we do have a very, 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 very man-heavy scheme. It's so heavy, in fact, that it's ridiculous. All right, let's get to some of these highlights. All right. Are we ready for the highlights? Are you ready for some football? A Monday night party. All right, here we go. Let's get it popping. All right, this is way too large. we got to take this down a ton. Goodness gracious, boy. Woo. All right. Let's get it. All right. Oh, sticky, baby. Sticky. In phase is what I like to see. Now, Terrion is generally in phase, but he's a bit handsy, right? You know who's not in phase all the time? DJ Reed. Did I show my bias there? Okay, locates the ball. Great positioning on the overthrow. That was zone coverage. Wasn't man. I just wanted you to know that, right? You see where he is? This is zone coverage. He's playing a zone. Whoop. Okay. So he can do it, Shep, if you wanted to, you wanted the guy to play some zone a little bit, right? Right there. Okay. Right there. In phase, on top of his man, right? Breaks up the play because he's in position without being handsy, without tugging, right? Where is he at? Breaks on the ball. No hands, no tug, no PI. Why? Because he trusts his technique. Comes on the corner blitz on that one. He came on a corner blitz and hit the quarterback. When's the last time we've seen a corner blitz? And he's able to hit the quarterback. When's the last time we've seen that? That's crazy. Where's he at? Boom, breaking on the ball. Breaking on the ball right there. He knows where he's supposed to be, and he bees there. Look at that. Look at that pass breakup. Awesome. Awesome. He didn't get caught looking in the backfield. Nothing. Where? Look at him. Okay, he's on his man. Look at that. Using the sideline as an extra defender. That's what they teach you very early on when you become a corner, right? Breaks back. That was a comeback. Look, he's in this man's hip pocket. Look at this. Boop. Right on him, right there. No grabbing, no tugging, no pulling. This is what you like to see out of a corner. Scramble drill. Here it comes. Yank. Now it looked like he hurt himself. And the Lions will love that. Yeah, he was a little bit shaken up after that. All right. What we got now? Look at that. Look at the break on the ball. Look at the break on the ball. Look at the comeback. Look at this. Yup. Anticipates the route. Anticipating the route. The wide receiver came out there and gave you a little lackluster, didn't really try on his route, and he saw where it was going. Okay? Tip ball right there. Comes down with it. All right. Who tipped it? A little bit of Mansour Delane. All right. Hey, man. I'm going to show you one more highlight, but I think I've seen all I needed to see. Here he goes playing the deep ball. Right. Now, he did kind of get lost on that one, but he made the play. Right? That just shows you his deep speed. He kind of got lost, but he made the play. Right there, in phase, always. Whether he's playing man, whether he's playing zone, this dude is there. He's where he's supposed to be. He knows where the ball is. He knows where the receiver is. He knows what he's doing. Now, let me know in the comments below, do you guys think that we have anybody like this? That we have anybody like this currently on our roster? Do we have a cornerback like Mansour Delane? Would you be angry, really angry and upset if we drafted this man at number 17? If he fell to us and we didn't have to trade up to get him, would you be upset? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate you guys for watching this. I know it's a little bit longer, but it is what it is. I haven't done one in a bit. All right. Once again, the Motor City Cats are indeed back at it. We came to give you stats, not none of that static. Whatever you do, make sure you keep your lines news pragmatic, and we are out. Peace.